Mono Al, good morning, and how are you, faithful Captain Niner, coming to you on a faithful Friday. It is February 7th, 2025. A little bit of a longer one today. There's quite a bit of stuff to go over, including who's the MVP and all that kind of stuff. All right. So, obviously, let's not waste too long to it. The award, formerly known as the MVP, now known as the second place award, runner up to Patrick Mahomes Award, goes to Josh Allen. That's a joke, obviously. The joke is whoever loses to Patrick in this every year now is the winner of the MVP, just because we can't give it to Patrick Mahomes. Honestly, he didn't have the greatest year this year. But so congrats to Josh Allen. I figured it would go to him, even though I think personally Lamar had the better year. But it's one of those things, you can just give it to Lamar every year, kind of a thing, even though he's won it. What I think it was the year before, kind of thing. So, um, congratulations to Josh. Obviously, he is a Bay Area native down there somewhere. I don't remember exactly where he's from, but I know growing up, fan of the 49ers. There's lots of 49ers related stuff going on in this. That's not 49ers, but you'll get my drift on that. All right, so the coach of the year goes to Kevin O'Donnell, obviously coach of the Minnesota Vikings. I mean, anybody who can get to that record with Sam Darnold as your quarterback deserves it. I mean, again, to me, Sam Darnold is a trash quarterback kind of a thing, but congratulations to him. Obviously, the glass slipper came off when they got to the playoffs, but nevertheless, a good job to Kevin O'Connell and the Vikings this year. Congratulations to him. Your offensive player of the year, we knew this was going to be Barkley because you're not going to obviously give the MVP to a non-quarterback. The year you would have to be a non-quarterback to win this award, to win the MVP award, would be insane. So this award is for the non-quarterback MVP. Obviously, Saquon, amazing year after leaving the Giants. Thanks, Giants, for being that stupid. He was just everywhere, long runs, running over people, butt jumping over people. That was so stupidly good of him. We just backwards butt jumped over that guy. Your defensive player of the year is obviously Patrick Surtain the second. Just shut down. This is Revis Island Part 2 kind of a thing. I mean, he just got everybody shut down out there. So congratulations to these two gentlemen. And then we got the two rookies of the year. This should not surprise anybody at all. Jaden Daniels, quarterback of your Commanders, and then Jared Verse, something we don't want to see, but damn is this kid good, over with the Rams. Both of them amazing years for rookies. Just probably going to get better, which does not bode well for us, being that they're both NFC players. So again, like I said, more 49ers related stuff. Joe Burrow's comeback player of the year. I'm glad that it's no longer, because a lot of people thought Sam Darnold was going to win this award. I didn't think Sam Darnold was going to win this award, simply because the AP went out and said that they didn't want this award to be basically a flash in the pan kind of an award, like with Flacco last year. And nothing against Flacco. I love Joe Flacco, and I think if he comes here as a backup quarterback to the Niners, he'd be a great addition to the team. But a lot of people, like Sam Darnold's never been hurt. He's never had to go through any sort of adversity or anything like that before. He just sucked, and he had one good year. That's not a comeback player of the year. You were never there. A comeback player of the year to me means you were doing something good, got hurt or dealt with something, and then next year you come back. Mooney Ward, I think, would be a perfect example of this for next year, or even Trent. Both of them had down years for the two of them. Both dealt with death in their family, so they didn't play for long periods of times. When they did play, they weren't all that great. Either of them come back next year and they have a top tier league, a top tier year playing football. That's comeback play of the year. So I don't even know why Sam Darnold was here. And the AP has gone on record and says it's stuff like that they want to make sure that it stays as, not something like Joe Flacco having a good, or not Joe Flacco, but Sam Darnold miraculously having one good year in his career all of a sudden. I know a lot of people were also asking why Damar Hamlin was still on this list 2 years away. Well, one, I'm going to say the man still died on the field. But so, yes, it's been 2 years since that tragic accident happened on the field. But all of last year, he was never activated. He never actually got on the field. This was the first time. This year was the first time where he actually played again. So I understand why. I mean, to me, kind of, Damar died. He could easily win this year. Every year that the man plays football is comeback of the year. I mean, you don't come back from anything more tragic death on the field. But so I've seen a lot of people asking why he was on the award. Like, well, he was never activated and played on game day last year. So technically, this would be the year that he's finally back. And a lot of people were like, why is Burrows even on this list? Well, he got hurt early, like second or third game last year. Completely derailed the Bengals last year for the most part. And then another 49ers related one, your Walter Payton Man of the Year award, what the NFL considers its most prestigious award, goes out to the guy who does the most just public service in general. It should be absolutely not a surprise at all. As perennial 49er Walter Payton Man of the Year nominee finally gets a chance to win it with the Jaguars. Congratulations to Eric Armstead. Say what you want about him with his play on the field, any of that. You could not take away anything with how good of a person, human being, and man that Eric Armstead is. He is just above and beyond everything when it comes to that. Does a lot of great work everywhere. So congratulations to all these winners. And let's take a look at your 2025 Hall of Fame reveal. We have, I want to say he was also called the Cowboy as well. Jared Allen used to go do the sack dance where he was wrangling up the calves or whatever it was, kind of thing. So good to see him. Sterling Sharp, honestly, I just saw the review, the thing with Shannon Sharp letting Sterling Sharp go into the Hall of Fame. Now they do all behind the scenes when they do that. And I'm not gonna lie, I teared up a little bit with it. It was pretty, impressive to see. It's not often that I think this is the first time that a brother is inducted another brother. But yeah, just great to honestly see. Shannon made a good point that Sterling was a ground layer for this. None of this happens without Sterling. So it's good to see him in there. Eric Allen, an amazing back when they're hard hitting, would pick everything and anywhere that was, anywhere than 10 yards of him, he was making picks. And then tight end Antonio Gates, probably more closely. Let's see, I would consider him a more all-around tight end than he is. Antonio Gates is a big guy that can block, so he's probably closer to what Kittle is. Probably not as explosive as Kittle is at times, but definitely explosive. Could still block. So, like I said, probably a better all-around tight end than Travis Kelce is because obviously block. But yeah, so congratulations to these gentlemen. And again, later on, another 49ers related one coming up. But speaking of 49ers, we have some CMC news. According to his dad, Ed McCaffrey, CMC is going to be ready to go next week. Cool. I mean, why they're making a big deal out of this now? Just said that he's healthy, but does us no good. It's not like we're in the playoffs or anything like that. But good to hear that CMC is, according to his dad, going to be fully healthy and ready to go to participate in the off-season program starting next week. So, again, we know you don't win the Super Bowl kind of thing, before the season, the offseason technically begins. But the good vibes continue with the 49ers as that everybody seems to be getting healthy. And it seems that George Kittle is going to be a Niner for life, as him and his team are apparently, for this Kittle, they're currently working on a contract to get him an extension and basically make him a Niner for life, which obviously puts him into the 10-year ring. It's great to see, and obviously should be a Niner for life. I don't want to see him going anywhere else. But again, that's also something I think he said that his team is working on that. The Niners know he wants to know that he wants to be a Niner for life. So again, great to see. Again, the whole vibes thing that we've got going on, let's keep that rolling. You don't necessarily win most of them, but everything seems to feel right. And this is obviously adding. So, speaking of more Hall of Fame 49er stuff, our boy, Frank, the inconvenient truth, or the tank, whatever you want to call him, Gore, is now Hall of Fame eligible. I mean, this man should be a first ballot Hall of Fame. I know that some people don't think that he's going to be a first ballot Hall of Fame. He did not end up being Hall of Fame eligible. You don't end up being number 3 all time. He played, was it 15 years, 1,000 yards? I mean, there's so much things. Yes, he never had these huge season or led the league in rushing or anything like that. But if you want consistency, that's Frank Gore. The man had two busted up knees coming out of college, and then had one of the most remarkable NFL careers ever. I mean, he averaged over 4 yards a carry as a career, not just like a season or anything like that. This man did it for a career. Incredible. If he doesn't get into the Hall of Fame, the only person I would say that is worse, because to me the Hall of Fame is still a sham, is Roger Craig, still not in the Hall of Fame. They're basically talking Roger Craig for not being in the Hall of Fame. One fumble, and the fact there's already so many 49ers in there. That's not his fault. He is still one of the greatest running backs ever. Honestly, when you think about it, he was probably the first serious dual threat quarterback in the history of the league. But I'll go on a whole tangent with that, and we'll all be here for 10 hours about me and what I think about the Hall of Fame and not letting Roger Craig in. But yes, definitely first ballot Hall of Famer to be Frank Gore is now eligible to go to the Hall. Also, everybody, thank you for joining us. If you're going to be purchasing your new Goat Fuel, the energy drink backed by Jerry Rice himself, I'll leave a link in the description below. Please use that to 10% off. Also, put some money in my pocket. Let's not lie. Everybody's happy. You save some money. I make some money. Oh, good. Yeah, but so again, they also have right now the Gold Limited Edition Jerry Rice one. Hopefully, I'm getting my how do you call it? My or I get one case sent to me every month. I'm hoping to maybe get the gold one. I can start giving them out to people and stuff like that. But otherwise, people, for the rest of the day, for radio tonight at 6 p.m., we'll be doing a weekend review show. And obviously, we've gone over this stuff a million times. So basically, we're going to be doing our first official mock draft for Niner Faithful Radio. We're probably going to be doing two of them. I'm going to be doing one just regular, our spot, what's available, no trades or anything like that. And I'll probably do a second one. And there is what happens if we get Myles Garrett? What do I think it'll take to get Myles Garrett, and what will our draft board look like after getting that? Again, that'll be over on the Niner Faithful Radio stuff, probably here on a couple of my channels as well. 6 p.m. tonight. Until then, faithful, bye for Lava. One love.